New Earth AC was formed by divine guidance to help lift up humanity and raise the vibration of all. New Earth is a community that started as a Facebook group and has grown to become an online interactive platform for those seeking to uplift, empower, and co-create with one another. On top of uplifting and inspiring posts, we began to connect with our members on a more deeper level. We now regularly host what we call Unity Circles and live stream them on our YouTube channel. Each circle is hosted by a member who wishes to share their knowledge and gifts out to the world in hopes that they can make a difference in the lives of others. You can find these circles inside the New Earth AC Divine Ray store and on our YouTube channel. Please take whatever resonates and let the rest fall away. New Earth AC was formed by divine guidance.
Play the intro over like 50 times.
It's funny. Just keep playing the advertisement.
We're back.
New Earth AC on a 222. Woohoo!
Yeah, this is like we just decided we haven't come on in a while, and we said 222. David was like, "Do you guys want to go on?" And so we decided we'll do a surprise.
And then we pull a surprise card because we didn't know, like, so what's going to happen? So Robin drew 3 cards. So what cards did you draw for the?
Okay, so I first drew out of my Lemurian Star Child deck. I drew the healing card, and everything on this card is in twos. You got 2 hands, 2, I think they're swans. Everything is 2 there on here. 2 suns. Oh, it's a sun and a moon. 2 planets, 2 everything, right? And then I got stars in the sky, limitless possibilities.
Which confirms the abundance portal is open for business.
Yeah.
And then I got horned cactus, resourcefulness. And this is the one that David was like, this is the surprise. Because we're going to be, I don't know, something about this horned cactus wants to come in.
You know, we're probably going to go on an astral travel to the desert. And then we'll run into some peyote consciousness. And
Who knows what things we get into?
Can you imagine? That would be crazy. That's funny.
Oh, so anybody have any energy news? Anything they want to talk about before we figure out what we're going to talk about?
Well, I know two.
I just feel like.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Bonnie.
I just feel like it's just been serious, heavy energy. I mean, a lot of, you think you did shadow work before, but at nighttime, it seems to me that I'm waking up like in and out of even deeper things that I completely forgot about as I'm releasing it. And it just seems like it gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And also a new light language came in during this. And so it's just really exciting and uncomfortable at the same time. It's like you get really excited almost to the point of anxiety, and you feel so much happiness and joy, it almost makes you feel anxiety. It's just really a weird time to be here in this place.
For me, I've been really tired. Like tired as in like I get lots of sleep. And then I'll wake up and I'll have like these bursts of energy where I'll just all of a sudden want to do something. And then it's like, okay, I'm tired. I'm sleepy again. And it's really been kind of like, the winter and the weather, like you just kind of feel like you're just resting and putting the fire down. And just, I think there's a lot of, codes coming in, and there's a lot of healing that's being done that you don't even realize what's happening, and just kind of sitting and doing reading and that's what my energy's been like, other than the fact that I've been training my dog, my new little puppy doggy doodle.
Is he around? Can you say hi? Or
yeah, so we'll get him. Let me go get him out. Let me see if he'll come.
He's so cute.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah, just honor yourself. When you feel tired, lay down, and when you're, get things done when you feel like getting things done. Otherwise, you'll wear yourself out. Lots of water. Drink lots of water for sure.
And especially coming up too, like I personally believe that this global awakening is kicking off right now, which means that all the light workers are going up these levels right now and pulling up the rest of the collective. And I think that's as this balance of like I was channeling 30% of the population awakening this year. As this balance keeps opening, we're going to keep expanding and literally pull everything up with us. So I think we're in for some big upgrades. And like Bonnie was saying, oh, look how cute the puppy is.
Look at Neo, isn't he cute?
Yeah.
Isn't he cute? He's trying to chew on everything.
Your puppy's an upgrade.
This
Upgrade
is
to the
Neo
family.
the Needle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking
So
him out.
Yeah, he's a handful.
Because if I
It's
leave him on the floor,
Adorable.
he'll chew up my carpet.
like
Yeah.
having a toddler in the room. He gets into everything.
Out you go, buddy boy.
But yeah, I agree with you, David. It's the most important thing we do as light workers is hold the light, hold it and raise with it and relax with the flow, allow it to flow through us so that it'll help everyone else that's attempting to raise their consciousness too. And so, yeah, that's the most important part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
holding the light.
The resting is going to be a big thing this year for sure. Hydration, resting, out in nature, grounding. I don't even think of course you always want to work on self and shadow work and stuff like that. But like, I think that these energies that are going to be coming in, it's going to be really easy to expand, really easy to it's not going to require as much work as it used to, I don't think.
Well, I've noticed even this morning, I unexpectedly had a bit of shadow work happen to me in the swimming pool when I was unexpectedly just going about my business. And then something came in to trigger me. I just put a video blog up about it. So I'm not going to sit here and explain the whole thing. But when you're not even expecting it, something will come up. And then you have to take that trigger and you have to look at that shadow really quickly and then release it and let it go. And it's it just happens then once you do it, it's gone. Then you can go on your business. And then it doesn't feel like the shadow work that we had before, where it was huge, long things that you had to release. This is just a small little thing coming in and saying, come on, I'm just going to just do some cleaning here and just clean it up and get rid of it. And I think that's the kind of shadow work that we're going into now.
I think for me, those are happening. Those little short ones that are happening during the day, but the ones at night is when I keep waking up, and it's either other aspects or it's really bad trauma that I forgotten was even there, that you stuffed it down and just put it away, and then it's starting to bubble up to the surface, and you're like, oh, that was horrible. No wonder I forgotten about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there might be a lot of
mood
changes that might happen a lot this year, because when the collective is awakening, they're going to have a confused consciousness. It's going to be it's subconsciously, they realize that they're awakening and that there's a new vibration of love available to them. Consciously, they're like, what? I don't know what my purpose is. I feel like there's something more to life. And then energetically, they're like, wounds at a collective level are going to be. Are you doing voodoo magic here? Am I going to start? I don't know what she's going to. She better not start poking holes in that thing.
I just noticed this is in the background. A friend of mine gave this to me to give to my son for drawing. It's supposed to help you draw.
You how to draw.
You put the body into certain positions
so that you can draw it,
and then you can draw it, and you can use it to draw. And I just noticed that it was sitting back here like this, looking at it.
I could have sworn you're gonna start. I was going start twisting the body. I got a piece of David Starr's hair and I put it onto this thing here. Grab this little spike.
Oh my God,
David! Woohoo!
So consciously, it's going to be important to stay in your energy. as a light worker, grid worker, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of like Gaia clearings, just clearing the grids this year. Like as this collective awakening, the density is just going to be shooting out of people all across the planet. So it's going to be like a lot of clearing that's going to happen, higher vibrations coming in. And then, you know, if you find yourself in feeling like out of nowhere, like some kind of a depression or some kind of an unhappiness, and you don't know why, and it's just hitting you, it could be the collective energies. So when you're mindful of that, one of the best things that you can do is just put your hand over your heart with one hand face up and breathe in love into your heart. And then as you exhale, imagine sending that love out through your hand into your whole energetic field and just be in that love energy, and it will clear any collective distortions and immediately put you in into the 5D state, or the higher consciousness state. And I've noticed there's been a few times where I'm just, I could be anywhere and something, I'm just like, this isn't my energy, something's coming in. It's like, it must be collective. So I'll just go ahead and I'll clear that. Then I'll usually follow it up with some Gaia clearing after that. But just for people's general well-being, that little tool right there will make your life really easier.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's going to be really confusing when the huge part of the collective is starting to awaken at once, because there'll be a confusion energy, because they will be searching and trying to figure out what it is, how to help themselves. And that's what we're all here for. But yeah, it's going to be a little confusing at first.
Yeah, and every time I do a channeling lately, like when I be channeling, I channeled in my class the last week, and it's all about holding your light and keeping your pillar. Like the same message keeps coming through, like stay out of the storm, like stay into the eye of the storm, keep yourself clean, keep yourself clear, just work on yourself while everything else is kind of going crazy. And I think that's just the energy. I don't know if it's going to change. I know you got the number 2 is all about balance, really. So I'm wondering, the fact that we've got 2 2s in this year, like the 22, we got more than two 2s that it's going to, maybe things are going to kind of come in a little bit more balanced. It's not going to be so polarized the way it has been, like with people and situations, and maybe maybe the situations are going to come more into balance, and people are going to be more accepting of each other. I hope.
Yeah, I kind of like see when you're talking things coming together, things coming together.
Balance, harmony. Bonnie said harmony earlier. That's 100%.
Yeah.
Collective harmony, though. I mean, all this work that we've been doing on upgrading ourselves, we've been upgrading Gaia at the same time, because that's how connected we are, right? And upgrading the collective consciousness, and everything we've been doing, we've been raising the fields and the grids to raise the consciousness across the whole planet, finally to a point where this awakening on a large scale is going to happen. And I don't know, like over the next year and a half or so, as like the entire planet wakes up, I could only imagine how amazing it's going to be. Like, obviously there's a lot of shadow work they got to do, and us healers, we got to come in, we got to help them and everything, and to help them release their past, like all this work that we've been doing, so then they can upgrade, expand into higher levels of love. But once we get through that whole storm of density at a collective level, just imagine how amazing our planet is going to be, and our experience on it as souls. Like, it's going to be so beautiful, right?
It's going to be amazing when the norm is, because right now there's only, you have to bring your language to wherever the person's at, but it's going to be the opposite way. It's going to be like, there'll be very few that don't really understand, what's going on, and all about vibration and what we're here to do and all that. So that's going to be really amazing. You can just talk to anybody on the street and say, hey, you feeling the vibes coming in today? And they'll be like, yeah, it feels good.
That's kind of like what you just said, Bonnie. I had an experience at the beginning of the week around that. Like, I was sitting in the sauna, and there was 2 people there, and there was a young fella, like younger than David, young fella, younger than David, who I wouldn't see him as like very awake or anything like this. And then there was an older lady sitting there, and they were asking me kind of like what I did and stuff. And I started kind of telling them about the Shine Your Light Network and what we do here on the New Earth. And then they started thinking that like I was just like a psychic or something, and that I just read fortunes and everything. And I started explaining about what we actually really do, that we're really like helping people raise their vibration, and that we go in and we help people heal core wounds, and go and we give people tools, and that's like what we really do. Yes, we read cards, but we're not like,
It's a
we're
tool.
not. Yeah. And so it was very interesting to have that conversation, because when I got done having the conversation with them and explaining what it is I do, they were like, that's really cool. Because
Yeah.
like they thought that, like the one guy was like, I'd be scared to read my cards, if I'd be scared like what would come up or whatever. And then I started explaining what they do and how they're a tool, and that you don't need to be afraid of them. You know, you don't need to be afraid of your cards and what's going to come up, you know, like, and it's not about like reading your fortune. It's about healing and stuff like that. It was really interesting to have a conversation like that with just two normal people that didn't understand it. And by the time we got done with the conversation, I feel like there was a little bit more respect for what it is that we're doing. And it's not just like, ooh, you know, like people that
Yeah.
need to have to be put
I
up.
don't know. You do have that voodoo doll, so like, good thing you didn't bring that with you. Right, so.
Well, in the past, though, that goes to show how much it's changed, because you could have never explained it to them.
No,
They wouldn't have understood anything you were saying before.
no, they
So
would
it
have
shows
just,
that the shift is happening.
yeah. They would have just said, oh,
already.
I'd love to have you read my cards for me or something like that. See what my fortune's going to be like. And I'd be kind of like, that's not what I do. You don't, like, we're not really looking for like we're not predicting any futures or anything like that when we use our cards anymore.
What you have to realize is that your outcomes, they're just timelines, and just you can change it at any moment. So even if someone reads your cards and you walk out the door and you go left instead of right, then you've already changed whatever it is the person read. You just use it as a tool that kind of like gives you some information and a little bit of guidance, but it's nothing written in stone. It's just
Exactly.
is what it is,
The earth is in store for some serious magic, guys. Like, I don't know how long exactly it's going to take and everything like that, but like knowing all the experiences on the other planets and at the higher levels of consciousness, like it's a little difficult earth right now to live. It is a little difficult because its manifestation takes longer. People aren't truly supporting each other in the ways that they could be, and working as a human race for everybody's highest good. But once that happens, and all these groups come together, and governments aren't voted in by parties, where they're voted in by people, and people who are higher spiritual, who have everybody's best interests as someone who is of a high love frequency, that other people will be like, you know what, this person is so selfless and is going to completely be able to assist in the right policies making for whether it's education or healthcare, introducing natural medicine, getting rid of big pharma, and using natural remedies that aren't going to cause people further complications to their health, and ending poverty, and ending third world and second world tiers, like, because it's absolutely ridiculous that we live where 26 people have half of the money of the lower 50% of the population. So it's all got to come out, and it may take a little time, but like once we get past all these hurdles, the quality of soul experience on earth, because earth is a magical place, but the quality of the soul experience is going to be so sought out after, from all the galactics and everybody to finally come to earth and experiencing it in an unconditional love state.
You have to really be an advanced being to come to earth. That's the crazy part. Everybody here is a very advanced And I don't care if it's the person who's the most unawake, they're very advanced to be here in the first place. And the reason why everyone wants to come here is because they shift through their lessons easier than anywhere else. I mean, even though it's hard and you got to get through the shadow work and all that, but it moves faster than it does somewhere else. And so they want to come here, and it's hard because it comes, you got to get through it faster, but it's even worse now because of the way we're doing it, one right after another. But that's why people want to come here, because their soul advances. It's like a what do you call it, a school for the advanced person. And so when they come, they really hit it hard. It's one that's like got lots of knowledge. It's like all packed into 6 weeks, and then you super go through it. That's what Earth is. And so that's why people want to come here. But once they get here, they don't realize till they get here how hard it really is, and how easy you can get lost.
But
I'm
so excited about like what we're doing here right now, right? Like it's so exciting that everything is shifting.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like Cryon talking about, well, I think it was last year, or maybe a couple of years ago. Cryon was talking about politics and what it's going to be like when we kind of come to the new energies, and how like a debate would be. And he says like, what you'll know when things have shifted and when things are changing, when you go to when you have two politicians at a debate and they literally get up, and when they start to speak, they go and they talk about the other person's qualities, good qualities, and they don't really talk bad about them or anything like that. He said that when we get to the state where we can actually point out other people's good qualities, you're going to be voting for a person that actually goes up and says, hey, like David here, he's like a really awesome person, and he can do this, and he's done this for people and stuff like that. And you're like the opponent, and you come out and you say those things. And then if the other person slashes you and says how horrible of a person you are, who are you going to vote for? And they said, he said, you'll know when things are changing, when you go to it, when you hear someone at a debate, like say 20 or 30 years down the road, and they're at a debate, and there's somebody that's so awake that literally doesn't have to say anything about themselves. They just kind of make their other opponent
That's really cool.
Sound better.
I would vote for them in a second. If I was running, I would be like, you know what? After he just like buttered me up, this is the guy, guys, everybody. I'm withdrawing. I'm voting for him. He's got my vote.
You'd never get through a debate. That's funny. But then they also said that those people at first won't win,
Mm-hmm.
but eventually they'll see that's where it's at, and eventually people will vote for the ones that don't have to tear others down to feel important. Yeah, that's going to be amazing.
So while David was talking there a little bit ago, all of a sudden I saw Merlin, and Merlin said that he has a message for us today that we need to hook into him. He has some information that he wants us to bring something through. So
Really? Good old Merlin.
What do you guys want to do? You want to tap into Merlin and see what Merlin has to say?
Sure, he's always fun.
Yeah. We'll let David go first.
Okay, so it's breathing in golden light through the pillar. Connect, exhaling out, sending it into Gaia to anchor to the heart of Gaia. Breathing up all of the beautiful rainbow energies of Gaia. Exhaling it, sending out our crown, connecting our pillar of light. It's going to go into the central sun, connecting into the source within the central sun. Connect that higher self level aspects, oversoul group. And then it's going to really focus on the connection. So I'm just breathing in golden light into my heart. And as I'm exhaling it, I'm concentrating with intention, sending out a frequency to Merlin, the consciousness of Merlin. And he's just showing things as things are just getting flipped on its head energetically because of the shift that's going underway. Also confirming about the confusion energies. It's going to seem confusion. So as as Robin was saying, he's also saying clearing your energy, keeping your energy clear. It's going to be important because of the confusion energies that are going to be coming during this awakening here. In this awakening, people are going to realize themselves as part of God. They're going to feel it and be aligned to it. And it's going to be a rapid expansion across the whole collective. Let's see what else he's got here. Saying to tune into his third eye. Just going to connect. We're going to have very much that community connection again with the animals, with the dolphins. They're very much like Lemuria, this magic. So he's taking me up as like the eagle eye, taking a look down on it. And it's just a beautiful thing to see people all across the world just really tapping into their heart energy. I'll pass it over to Bonnie.
I'm just kind of enjoying the energy right now. Let's see what I'm going to get.
I've got something if you want me to bring.
Yeah, go ahead, Robin.
Okay, so I see Merlin, and he's kind of like holding. I was thinking it was the earth, but it's not. It's like literally like a ball of light that he's kind of like holding out in front of us. And he has a wand in one hand, and he has this like amazing like ball of light. And he's saying that if we keep our light strong, he's showing us that we can use his wand. It's for the mind alchemy. It's to keep our mind. He's got it. When David was saying like look into the third eye, connect to the third eye, he literally pulled this bubble. It's like a little ball, like a Christmas bauble, like that you see on the Christmas tree. And he's holding it up, and it's just full of light. And he is basically explaining that it's our job to learn how to use our mind. It's each person's individual. Each individual person has to work on themselves. And if you want to shine like this ball of light, you need to keep this ball alchemized. Do what you can. Learn everything that you can around mind alchemy. And when you do this, you will learn how to keep your light as bright as you can throughout this whole year. Keep it in balance. Keep it alchemized. Bonnie?
I'm getting that. He's saying that your heart is your wand. Your heart, lead with your heart. Whatever it is that you're doing, blending your mind with the sacred heart along with the human heart, blending it together to create love and to see everything from the higher perspective. And he's going to do some light language to help you alchemize and release some of this, whatever stories you have going on in your mind. So whatever filters it is, he's going to help you release it. All you have to do is say, I accept these keys and codes. And he's going to also bring it down to blend the throat with the thymus, and open up in the thymus is ascension codes that will go through every system, every cell throughout the body, opening it up to the masses. Purushotraya Maikataya Mokushuturumia Tremia Mukriatari Kata Koturushuturia Pekatria Pekariatria Trovo. Shatrabikatra Mokoturubiatra Pashuturubiatra Mukuturiata Albicuturiata. Shishimayata Takapakaya Bokurubi 3 Piketia Mia Shutri Bekutubikatayata. Take a deep breath. Put your 2 fingers on your thymus. Purushuturia Pekara Shatakohubia Shatraba Kuputuri Betraya Mayatara Shuturiana Mukuturiate Ishite and Pukutu Yete Ishite and Mukuriata Yamakuturu Bakada Mukutu to Yatriata. Shuturiata Bikiri Meatorukuturia Bekata Shatara Mukuturiata. I open my heart to abundance. I open my heart to love and wisdom. I open my heart to the truth and to the vision of the new life in the new world. Take a deep breath. Imagine this beautiful Christ energy going through every system, every cell, all the way down to the ends of your toes, going out through all of your light bodies, connecting up through your higher self into all your aspects. May you be blessed with love and light and wisdom of truth. And so it is.
He's inviting all of us to the mystery schools. And he says all you need to do is just want to be there. And it's there, it's open, it's free for all. And he's tossing his coin up into the air. And he's giving each and every one of the people that are listening today, he's giving each one a coin. And as the coin flips up into the air and spins down, read, what does that coin say for you today? This is your message. This is your own personal message from Merlin. Take this coin and work with it.
He's also just doing a nice grid update for everybody. Like Bonnie was channeling through every cell. High universal light, universal consciousness. And just breathe it in. Feeling it go through all cells, upgrading all grids to higher vibrations of love. As you exhale, any stuck energy just coming out of your cells, just leaving you, coming into higher alignments within your heart and within self. There's a blue, yeah, of course, blue gemstone, universal consciousness. Okay. Lemurian energy, actually. Well, I guess it's the same.
Beautiful turquoise, Lemurian energy.
So aspects of self coming in over you right now. So just with intention, if you just intend to send love to who you are at other star systems, other galactic beings, all who are of high vibrations of love, and even ones who are low vibrations of love, just sending out love to all of what you are, all aspects and all realities and dimensions, all who are tuning into you now, just sending out love to them, which is love to you. And you might be able to see them. You might be able to see Palladians or Lyrians, Orions, Arcturians, Andromedans, although Andromedans are harder to see because they're at such a high frequency. But you might see them or feel them. The most important thing is you're just connecting to who you are at all levels and sharing in a unified light field to be open to receive all upgrades and all chakras, all multidimensional unity knowledge, to be able to elevate consciousness that can come through as codes and downloads, and just breathing them in and allowing to perceive and sense them. And what are they? What is the information that is coming through your galactic teams? It could be it's to step into your missions. It could be to step into your love for self. It could be for not to worry, you're not going to fail, that all is divine and divinely orchestrated. It could just be, you know what, you've worked so hard, just take some time to relax. Whatever that your feeling is, that it is the support of everything that you are. And just allow for a minute just to be within everything you are, to receive messages from your galactic teams and for all your aspects of self, including your higher self.
Yes, I keep feeling that. It's just, they keep repeating inside me, just take time to be, take time to just be, and don't beat yourself up for not getting, quote unquote, everything done today. Just relax and move through this energy and just be. Drink water when you feel like you need to drink. Eat when you need to eat. And just allow yourself to flow through the next year in balance. Listen to your body. Yanakaya nuya tianakaya yanikaya nanu tianakuya nakamanaya yanatia anakaya nakaya naku winaki winaku.
So this Palladian ship just came over me and is getting me to tune into the ship itself, and how they're monitoring the Earth's energy frequencies. They're like wavelengths of light and the grids and everything. And they're showing me these huge spikes happening right now. As that is the collective awakening. They're just showing that, like, they're monitoring it. And they're looking, like, in some parts of the world. So in the US, there's a big one happening right now, I can see, and in Europe as well. But I guess it's where's Canada? It's a little bit on the. So it looks like it's following big channels of grids where these spikes are happening. So it's like if you're in certain energy points on the Earth right now, that is being charged up and lifting up, like just like cross sections of populations. It looks like is how I see it. And then they're showing how you can actually pick up on the feelings within the sea creatures. There's a more of a higher love energy in the seas right now. So the water vibrational levels, like all the work that everybody's been doing on raising the frequency of the waters, is clearly working, because there's more love energy. There's more of a happiness in the waters, because the sea kingdom is shifting on the Earth right now, and that's also helped pulling up the collective consciousness as well, it appears. And they will be walking among us soon. I don't know when soon is, but it'll be a time of teaching with the galactics and the humans. It sounds like it'll be a point in time when it's a little bit further in the awakening, where they're going to be coming in to assist and and a work on the development together. So some of their starships are light. So showing me right now is so you got your orbs. You have your orbs, and sometimes beings can come down as orbs, and sometimes they come down as bigger energies, and that can also be their ships. The bigger energies in the higher realms, like in some of the seventh dimensional, and especially the eighth and the ninth dimensional realms, are energy. So it's important to understand that. So when the higher realms, the eighth dimensional or ninth dimensional realms, are coming down to visit you, instead of looking like an orb and they look like a big round energy or a big energy starship, it's a ship. So when you tune into it, you're actually tuning in to their ship. They're bringing messages. They're connecting with you as galactic contact. So there is still sixth dimensional and I think some seventh dimensional physical ships, but just to expect, because sometimes people. So what are the orbs? What are the bigger energies? So the orbs are beings. The orbs are beings, souls coming down and connecting as their essence, as their soul. The bigger energies, like big white and they're glycerine or rainbow and stuff like that, could actually be ships, galactic ships. See what else they got. So there is physical Pleiadians, physical Lyrans, Venetians that can actually make physical contact with physical ships as well. But there's also the energy ships, the starships, or the big bright energy ships, and they might only look like the size of a frisbee. It's a ship. It's a higher level of experience and contact that's coming to you. So treasure those moments when they happen. Try to connect to them with your third eye. Sense and feel into what are the messages. Why are they coming to see you? What are they connecting? What they're always connecting through love. They're always trying to remove any kind of fear and bring more unity, and divine messages, things that are going to inspire, to help you shift within, help you shift the planet, for the highest outcomes. So they're never going to lead you on a path that is going to be wrong. It is always going to, because they have such an awareness of all your timelines, that is always going to be to the highest outcomes of yourself. So this is going to be a very interesting year for sure. And so, yeah, your higher aspects are all over you right now, like above you. They can connect with you through the crown, through the heart. They're aware of you. They're aware of all your timelines. They're excited for you, and they're excited to work with you. And this is what, I guess that's a nice surprise. And as we're raising our consciousness and they're helping us, it's raising their consciousness. So as their aspects, so that's why there's so much of a support, because they're really helping themselves, but they're also helping you. And then you're helping all these other aspects below you, and everything that you're part of all shift as well. This is like a whole multi-dimensional, universal aspect from high to low, all shifting up as one. And that's what I got. So, let's see if there's anything else. There's new star beings coming in. They're coming through a portal somewhere. So let's see who they are.
like I'm complete.
I'm just getting this extreme heat. I mean, like it's like I feel like I've been in the sauna for an hour.
Me too. I'm getting the same thing. It's really hot.
Yeah.
Winged beans. They're orange. They're winged. Or is it? They're like creatures of high intelligence.
They look a little bit like a dragonfly, David.
Almost like a flying lion in a way, but like
And I feel like they're like sunbeams.
yeah, but light, right? They are definitely light, but they're also when you can get through their vibrations, they have form. But they're definitely coming through the sun. They're definitely coming through the sun into this system to assist for
What do they
sure.
look like again, David? What do they?
Like creatures with wings. Like
Did you say
it's
like
trying
a
to, yeah, like a lion.
tigery kind of thing?
Yeah, and it could be
Mhm.
lyra.
Well, Orion makes sense because we're clearing out our solar plexus is what we're doing in the shadow work, really in the collective, really clearing that out.
It's the Chinese year of the water tiger, I think. What is it called? I'm just wondering because like I'm just seeing this. Yeah, it's a water tiger. It's the Chinese New Year right now, and there's a water tiger. Could that be what you're seeing, David?
It's like a
They have
it's like
wings.
a galactic team.
Yeah.
Like they have a ship. They're coming through the sun, and it's like a very loving heart, a very loving heart.
Do they have a message? Can we see if we can connect and see if they have a message?
Yeah, Bonnie's right. They have a solar being as there's definitely solar beings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why we're feeling so hot.
Mm-hmm. And it's a cleansing. They're helping us with cleansing. It's a cleansing energy.
Yeah, they're bringing about peace in our energies.
Peace be with you in your heart, in your mind, and in your soul.
And I feel them just kind of spinning the yin and yang symbol around us.
Mm-hmm. Balancing the masculine and feminine energies. I really feel that energy in the thymus area, the sacred heart.
They're definitely part angelic for sure. Because they work with angelic beings, so they're very high level of awareness.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what that planet is, but it looks interesting there.
It has some light language. Kurushutru Kutobu Kuruya Tramiyata Pushutu Yerabigata Yasotru Mukuto Shodaya Ikiriga Katako Tukubukutuka Ataka Tuku Iti Anna Anakata Shatako Soria Trapakata Aka Irokoturia Naya Ikra Kotoku Kujo Shutari Muka Yata Shatabokutuya Ishimiana Kaha Muku Atayata. So what they're saying is to open your hearts to love and open your hearts to the wisdom of the gods. Open your heart to the Lemurian keys and codes, to the original blueprint of who we truly are. Allow yourself to become the being of light. It is our successor of love that will send you to the heights of your emotional being, into the beautiful land of love and wisdom and the future of the new earth and the happiness and joy to everyone involved. They're saying that all you have to do is open your heart and be open to these loving energies and allow them to cleanse and help you to feel whole. Do not fear. Do not fear the strength of the energy. It is here to help you, my dear one. We do this with love and tenderness. If you allow, it is a whole lot easier on your system. When you are afraid and you are frightened and you fight the energies, this is when you have the side effects. We are here. We will help you in every stage, every system change, every update. We will not leave you. We just want you to know that we are here. When you are not feeling balanced, all you have to do is connect with us through the sun. We are here to help. And so it is.
And just imagine, like, as you're breathing in, when you exhale, you're sending all these energies to ground into the center of Gaia, just coming out the soles of your feet. We can connect quickly to tree consciousness to assist with that, just merging it over everyone here, the consciousness of tree source, all the trees around you, just helping you ground and letting that energy go through the soles of your feet, really grounding it for this. This is an upgrade. So they were showing me these beings, how they are connected to this galactic core energy that is like again, like a sphere of crystalline light that holds, connects galactics within peace to understand it, all the universal realms and all the different beings who are all connected in a unity and aware through peace. And they're showing that there's a new cube that is inside of the galactic core that has been added. It is a peace core of this universal system. So they're showing how there is a peace at the galactic levels in this universal system now, that they're all supporting, all of them are supporting this cube, which is a representation of this universe, all supporting it for this peace. So the entire, everything that is in all universes, in all dimensions, all beings are all supporting and working to assist, including these beings, in peace in this whole structure that we're in right now. So definitely some really good times ahead for sure.
That was our surprise. There wasn't any horned cactus that came in, but
Wow.
Their planet might have had some. Their planet might have had some.
I still feel like I'm like laying on the beach and the sun is just shining all over my body. I mean, I feel really warm. And then when I started speaking the language, it warmed within. It was weird, kind of relaxing.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's nice energy.
I feel like I'm gonna go take a nap now.
Yeah, I'm watching the snow come down here. It's snowing pretty hard.
And then all of a sudden, like your snow is melting because you're so warm.
It'd be nice. The only house in the neighborhood with melted snow. That'd be funny.
Well, guys, thanks so much
Oh.
for coming in and doing an update.
Well, we should let David ground us before we go out of here. We'll be floating around.
All right, so I'll just channel the tree light language just to assist. Siaraya katoi poetaya nanash karaliato toi parish karanash kanarata toi mera. Springing a tree of life over karayashuk toish paradachis rupataichis paranash. Just really feeling that leave out the soles of the feet, grounding it into Gaia, grounding and grounding and grounding. And then we're just going to ask all oversoul aspects, higher self, to allow this upgrade to assist us with ease and grace, so everything can be upgraded and there's never too much energy. And even if it takes a few days, whatever long it takes, just to allow it to be upgraded with ease and grace and in a loving energy. So we'll invite the Divine Mother to come in to embody all these upgrades and energy updates with the divine love, unconditional love frequencies of the highest love of the vibration of the Divine Mother to come in to assist, which will also make this flowery and rosy and blissfully upgrade, and it won't be too overwhelming for anybody. And our divine teams can continue to assist to ground as we were required to ground. And that would be good.
So it is. Thank you. All right. We're all ready for a nap. We're going to go to dreamland and travel and hang out with the sun people.
Right?
Wow.
This is a nice update.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was a surprise.
Yeah, thanks, David, for like kind of coming in and saying, "Would you guys like to do something for the 2022?"
Yeah.
Well, after Agartha, it's been a while since we've been on, because everybody's been going through these massive upgrades and everything, right?
Yeah.
But if anybody hasn't checked out that Agartha, do you have it online where people can like buy that replay?
I think we do. Yeah, we do. I think, yeah, we have it on there. But it's, I think,
somewhere
I can't remember. There is a link and everything to it.
It was in December, right? If they scroll down to December, they can find it.
If they go to the last video that we had
on YouTube,
not the Christmas one, but the one before that, there's a little thing in there. There's a link if you want to go back and get that.
That was a really cool journey. Highly recommend
it was amazing. Yeah. Well, this was a blessing, guys. I suppose we should just let everybody integrate with these.
Happy to.
You guys have a blessed day.
Happy Tues. We'll see you the next time. I think we're going to be coming back on. I think, Bonnie, do you have a community chat to do this week?
I have a chat tomorrow with Kathleen Sherman and her new book. And then we have next week, I'm not sure of the date, but Michael Blue's going to be on, an astrologist, and he's pretty amazing. So y'all should stay tuned.
I think it's on the 9th. I think you said it was changed to the 9th of
February. On the 9th. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's next week for sure. All right.
Okay. Bye.
I see it.
Wait.